Pickleball is a court sport that is played on a badminton-sized court with a net 34-inch high in the center. A perforated plastic ball and composite or wooden paddle about twice the size of ping-pong paddle are used in the game. Both singles and doubles can be played. Pickleball is played both indoors and outdoors, and the basic game is simple to pick up for newcomers while also developing into a fast-paced, competitive game for more experienced players. Furthermore, due to its pleasant, social aspect and multi-generational appeal, the game has grown in popularity. Pickleball was created in 1965 near Seattle, Washington with the goal of allowing all members of the family to participate. Pickleball can be played as singles or as doubles. Tennis, ping pong, and badminton have all influenced the regulations. The game's rules are set up to encourage rallying. No spiking is allowed on the serve, and players on both sides must let the ball bounce once before volleying can begin. The first side to reach 11 points with a 2-point lead wins the game. Some games and tournaments will adjust the winning score to 15 or 21 still with a 2-point lead. Pickleball is played on a court that measures 20 feet by 44 feet. The ball is served underhanded, diagonally, beginning with the right side of the court, and only the side that serves can score points. To prevent spiking, players on both sides must let the ball bounce once before volleying, until he or she faults. The server continues to serve, switching service courts. Pickleball can be played in singles or doubles and unlike tennis, doubles is played in the same size court. Since only the serving team can score points, the all-important, first serve, can be determined by a coin toss or the winner of a rally. The rally does not require a serve and needs to cross the net 3 times before committing a fault to determine a winner. The sole function of the serve is to get the ball into play. It is not designed to be used as an offensive weapon. The serve must be delivered with an underhand stroke, making contact with the ball below the waist, which is defined as the navel. The server continues to serve until he or she commits a fault, changing from the right side court to the left. In a doubles game, each player gets a turn to serve. After the first player faults, it's the second player's turn. However, the team that starts the game only has one opportunity to serve. After the first player faults, the serve goes to the other team. This is to prevent a blowout game. There is a service court and a receiving court. They are diagonal from each other and the first serve is from the right side court. This is for both single and doubles. All serves are diagonally across the court, beginning on the right side of the court. The next serve is from the left court. This is both for singles or doubles game. Be careful, both your feet must be behind the service line at the time you make contact with the ball. January 25, 2021 Update on rules. A drop serve is now possible thanks to the new regulation. The server can now choose to drop the ball and then hit it after it bounces. The ball can be dropped from any height, but it must not be flung, tossed, or otherwise released with additional force in order to increase the bounce. Previously, when serving, the rules stated that when a server hit the net and the ball fell into the correct court, the server would repeat the serve. Now with the new rule, when the ball hits the net and falls into the correct court, the play continues. The receiving team must allow the ball to bounce before returning it, and the serving team must allow the ball to bounce before returning it as well. After the initial 2 returns, no bounces are mandatory. You may then hit the ball after a bounce or with a volley, where no bounce occurs. The volley is to hit the ball in the air without a bounce. Because pickleball was designed for more rallies, volleys are not allowed until each side hits a bounced ball. This is called the 2-bounce rule. In addition, at no time can a volley be hit while standing in the no-volley zone, the 7-foot area on each side of the net, also known as the kitchen. This restricts the receiving team from spiking the return. However, you can have a foot in the kitchen if the ball bounces first. What can cause a fault? A serve does not land in the receiving court. The ball is hit into the net. The ball is volleyed before it bounced on both sides. The ball is hit out of bounds. The ball is volleyed in the non-volley zone. The ball bounces twice before the receiver hits it. The ball strikes a player. What does the boundary line mean? If it is the ball on the outer border of the court, it is in play. It must be 100% out. If the serve hits the no-volley line, it is a fault. If your foot is touching the no-volley line, when you hit a volley, it is a fault. The first equipment used were ping-pong paddles and a perforated plastic ball. They began with the net at a badminton net height, 60 inches high, and volleyed the ball back and forth over the net. The net was lowered to 34-inch center and wooden paddles were developed. A Boeing engineer created the first composite pickleball paddle. He used fiberglass and Nomex honeycomb panels that the commercial airplanes used for their flooring and structural system. Pickleball paddles can be made with wood, graphite, or composite material. Wooden paddles are heavy. Technology has advanced so most of today's paddles have a graphite, carbon fiber, or fiberglass face. Most paddles have a honeycomb core that can be made of polypropylene or aluminum. Pickleball is played outdoors and indoors. The only difference in equipment are the balls used. Outdoor balls are harder and slightly heavier due to the outdoor court surface, wind, and temperatures. They have smaller holes and tend to travel faster than indoor balls. Indoor balls are softer and lighter. They have larger and fewer holes. Indoor balls are typically easier to control. There is no regulation on what color the ball must be. In tournaments, a multicolored ball is not allowed. Pickleball began with a badminton net height, 60 inches high, and they simply volleyed the ball back and forth over the net. Because of the way the ball bounced on the asphalt surface, they quickly lowered the net to its current 36 inches. The net is 22 feet wide and is set over the center of the court. It must be 34 inches high at the center of the court and the sidelines should be 36 inches. Because the pickleball does not fly around erratically, a high fence is not required, a net can be set up anywhere, the game can be played anywhere. You can make your own court on your street, or any other blacktop area. All you need is some white chalk or white tape, to mark out the court, and no volley zone, then place your net in the middle. Running shoes are not great for pickleball because they're not designed for lateral movements, they are designed for running, which means going straight forward. They are lightweight, flexible and have very little support on the sides. A cross trainer may not be a specific court shoe, but it does have a flatter sole. Most quality sports shoes, tennis, court, cross trainer, will be perfectly adequate to play pickleball in. The best shoe for pickleball is a court shoe or tennis shoe, one that has great comfort, grip, ankle support, rubber soles, and a tread pattern conducive to quick lateral movements. Not only is pickleball fun, many people play pickleball for physical exercise. Pickleball is very attractive to older adults because the physical exercise is adjusted by the level of the players. The level of play benefits people out of shape, people overweight and seniors, because you play at your level. It's fun, while it burns calories, and it's a great sport to keep in physical health. While playing pickleball, all of the muscle clusters are trained at the same time, ensuring a high level of dexterity, mobility, agility, and balance. All these lead to burning off calories and make you feel healthy. Pickleball is a good workout for a variety of reasons. This sport requires a large number of consistent stops and starts. Within a square, you lean forward, move backward, jog a little, stop, and then spring to motion again. A sport watch computes around 7,000 steps in a 90-minute average pickleball game. This can accelerate up to 10,000 steps against a comparatively tough opponent. After an hour of pickleball play, you could burn 500 calories. Pickleball is a lot of fun, whether you're mingling with your doubles partner, opponents, or people on other courts. With fun comes laughter. Laughter not only enhances one's sense of well-being, but it also aids in stress reduction. Pickleball is simple to learn, easy on the joints. A paddle and a plastic ball with holes are the only items required. It is a terrific sport for novices, and experienced players can battle against each other in fast-paced, tough, and competitive games.
Pickleball.
Tyson, yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah.
892.
How cool is this?
This is amazing. This is a great point. Look at the hands.
Thank you for joining us. We hope it was to your liking and informative. Down below we have links to purchase the equipment used in pickleball from the Amazon store.